my next unpopular opinion. Any and everybody can be couple goals. Honestly, you could put a roach and a rat together, and they'll take a picture with a heart, and people will be like, oh, couple goals, couple goals. Like, having a booty is not an accomplishment. Everybody is a little bit of a catfish.
Don't know, wait on the thing that I wanna get nasty.
Of the video, your girl is back again with another unpopular opinions. If you're new to my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even gotta say nothing, because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's on way. That's on period. And Mary had a little lamb. So y'all seen the title of the video. Your girl is back again with another unpopular opinions, and today I just felt like talking smack, y'all. So every time I have a thought and I feel like it's unpopular, I've been putting it in my notepad, and I'm just like, yeah, I think I got enough things to talk about. So today I'm gonna go ahead and drop the video. Like always, if you do not agree with any of my unpopular opinions, don't agree with them. That's okay. That's why it's my opinion. If you do agree with it, let me know, and list some of y'all unpopular opinions down below. So my very first unpopular opinion is having a booty. Having a booty is not an accomplishment. Everybody has one. Getting a job is an accomplishment. Paying off your student loans is an accomplishment. Graduating college, getting a degree is an accomplishment. Paying off your car or buying a house or being financially stable, that's an accomplishment. You just having a big old juicy booty, that is not an accomplishment. I feel like this generation and our beauty standards, we're so focused on the booty and the butts and the small waist, and if you have that look, you feel like you accomplished something. Like, so many women think they're better than the next woman just because they have the quote unquote bottle girl shape or the Instagram baddie shape. And I just feel like y'all need to know, because the girls that I'm talking about, I know one of y'all watching this video, y'all need to know that that's not an accomplishment. Accomplishment is achieving something. You laying on the table to get fat that was taken out of your neck, inserted into your buns, your butt, that's not an accomplishment. And the reason why I wanted to add this on my unpopular opinions, just simply because I noticed a lot of women think if they have a bigger bum than the next woman, they feel like they're better than her, or they look better than her just because they have a bigger bum. Y'all know right now in this generation, men glamorize women with big booties, big boobs, small waists. That's what's popping. That's the trend right now. So this is why women think, oh, I'm better than her because I have a bigger bun. That leads me to my next unpopular opinion, which is women like booty just as much as men like booty. And you can be heterosexual. You do not have to be a homosexual to like booty. I like booty, y'all. If a girl walk past me and she has a big butt, I'm going to look. I'm going to give my man the okay to look too. Women like booty just as much as men. You don't have to be bisexual or into women to like booty. Like, the women's anatomy is just very interesting. It's unique. Telling someone you love their confidence is not a compliment. Confidence is basically a feeling. So when you tell someone, I love your confidence, you're basically saying, I love the way you feel about yourself. I love the way you feel about yourself, because if I was you, or if I had that disability, or if I was your size or your color or your height, I wouldn't be comfortable. I wouldn't be confident. So I love the way you feel about yourself. Like, that sounds weird. That's what y'all need to say when you tell people, oh, I love her confidence. You need to say, I love the way you feel about yourself, because if I look that way, or if I talk that way, I wouldn't be confident. That's literally what you're telling people. And people rarely, like seldomly tell me that, because I would let them know. Like, I wouldn't say thank you. I would just say that's not a compliment. But thankfully, y'all, I do not get that backhanded compliment, but I see it all the time on the internet. I see it on people's Instagram posts, on Facebook posts. I hear people say that to people in public. They be like, oh, I really love your confidence. Like, oh, I love her. And it's just like, that's not a compliment. You're literally saying, if I was her, I would not be confident. Like, that's literally what you're saying. It's backhanded. And if you watching this video and you be telling people you love their confidence, stop telling them that, because I think everybody's getting hip to this backhanded compliment. Black on black crime does not exist. Black on black crime does not exist. Y'all know when you say that, you sound really, really ignorant. Like, if you're watching this video and you think that, just I'm not trying to change nobody else's opinion, but just think about it. White people fight each other, Asian people fight each other, Indian people fight each other. But do you ever hear people say Indian on Indian crime or white on white crime? No, you only hear people say black on black crime. And that's just something that society created just so they can draw a wedge against black people so we can tear each other down. And y'all, we fall right into it. And it's kind of crazy how when the Black Lives Matters movement was going on, it was so crazy how many people I seen on my timeline. They was just like, oh, black people don't care about black people, so why should other races care about us, because we don't even care about ourselves. And I'm just like, unfollow. All I did during the pandemic when all of the Black Lives Matter movement was going on, I just unfollow, because it's just very ignorant. That does not exist. All people commit crime on each other. It's not a thing. It's not existence. Black on black, white on white, it doesn't exist. It's just something that was created to tear black people apart and build a wedge between us. And sadly, a lot of black people have fell into this thought of black on black crime, but it doesn't exist, y'all. It's not a thing. It's not real. No one looks exactly the same as they do on Instagram or online. Even if y'all see me in person, y'all comment on my videos all the time. You're like, oh my gosh, Asia, you're so pretty. But y'all, I promise you, if you see me in person, I do not look the same. There's lights in front of me, y'all. My hair is combed. I have a little moisturizer on my face. No one looks the same. When somebody take a picture on Instagram and then you'll hear somebody, you'll be like, oh, I met blah, blah, blah. That person doesn't look the same. And it's just like, you really expected her to look the same. She took this picture in front of a ring light at the perfect angle. She edited it. And she, you know, it's just so much that goes into taking pictures and videography. And when people say, oh, this person's a catfish, no, everybody is a little bit of a catfish. That's what I like to say. Anytime I meet somebody online and I haven't met them in person yet, when I meet them in person, they can still be pretty, but I always feel like everybody is just a catfish, even if it's a little bit. Like, no one looks exactly the same as they do online. But my next unpopular opinion is that Instagram is a dating app. And y'all probably like, no, it's not, Asia. It's a place for us to network, build, and make money. But no, y'all, Instagram is a dating app. DMs is equivalent to Tinder, Hinge, Plenty of Fish, Bumble, and all the other dating apps. And I will go into detail, but it's evident. You probably met your man off of Instagram. Like, it's so many guys that I've talked to or had situationships with because of Instagram. It's basically a dating app. Just because you have a lot of followers on any platform, that doesn't mean that everybody likes you or people are supporting you. Sometimes people support you just to wait on you to fall. And the reason how I know this is because I want to say, it was like maybe a year ago, I did a story time, and another girl, I did a story time about this nail tech, and the nail tech happened to see my video, or maybe she was a subscriber, y'all, I do not know, but she happened to see my video, and then she made a whole YouTube video about me, and she didn't put my name in the title or anything, but I don't know how I seen this video, y'all, but she just made a video about me, and a lot of my subscribers that comment on every single one of my videos, because I know my day once, it was like 3 or 4 of them that was in her comment section, and it was like, oh, I know exactly who you talking about. She's this, she's that. I don't like her, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, you don't like me, but you be in my DMs, you comment on every video, and I'm thinking you a supporter, but really you was just waiting for me to fall out with one of these people I do stories about, or you was just waiting. Y'all get what I'm saying. All your supporters are not real supporters. Supporters can be haters. Supporters can be fake. Just because they follow you on the gram and like your pictures, that don't actually mean that they like you. Next unpopular opinion is money is not a personality. And y'all probably like, huh, Asia, what are you talking about? Like, duh. But no, y'all, there's a lot of guys that think just because they have money, they're a great person and they feel like people like them because they have a great personality. But no, people like you and people hang out with you and people want to be around you because you have money. It's a resource that makes the world go around. That does not mean that you have a personality. And when I say this, I'm really talking about men. It's a lot of men that like to call themselves high value or high this or this, that, and that just because they have money. That does not mean you have a personality, or doesn't mean that you're dope. Those two things, they're not parallels. Having money does not mean you have a personality. Like, there's people that's filthy rich, but they don't have no personality. There's people that have a personality and they're poor. Like, those two things don't go hand in hand together. Next unpopular opinion is people care about how people make them feel on social media than how they actually make them feel or treat them in real life. And what I mean with this is, y'all, I personally don't have friends like this, but I have had mutual friends like this, or I have seen people that had friends like this. There's a lot of times where girls will post their friends on their birthdays and they'll give them these big birthday shout outs. Or if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, like a boy will post his girl and he'll give her this big shout out, but in real life, he don't treat her good. He don't do anything for her, but she's satisfied because it looks like on social media that she's the world to him, and she's okay with that because people really care about how they look on social media than how a person treats them in real life. And to be honest, if you my friend, I honestly haven't. It's rare that I post any of my friends on social media on their birthday. I don't really do Instagram birthday shout outs. If I'm with you on your birthday, I might record you and give you a little birthday shout out. But if we're not in the same city or I'm not celebrating your birthday with you at that time, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to post you. And none of my friends get offended. But I do know people where if they don't post their friend on their birthday or on social media or let people know that I love this person has done so much for me, they feel like, oh, you're not a good friend because you didn't publicly tell me happy birthday. Just because I didn't post it online, that does not mean it did not happen. I tell all my friends in private happy birthday. I send cash apps, I talk, I send gifts via phone, or if I'm in person with them, I will let them know that I don't have to post everything on social media. And I like to feel, well, I don't want to say I like to feel, y'all. I honestly feel like a lot of people care more about how they look on social media than who they are or how they look in real life. And I'm just, don't shoot me, I'm just the messenger. And that brings me to my next unpopular opinion. I feel like, hold on, let me make sure I word this right. Let me make sure I get this right. Just because it's not on social media, that does not mean it didn't happen. A lot of times people feel like just because they didn't see something on social media, it didn't happen. I know everybody's lives and everybody's business is so accessible now because the internet, like people put everything on the internet. There's no such thing as privacy nowadays. But just because somebody didn't put their proposal on the internet, that doesn't mean they didn't get married. Just because somebody didn't share their love for each other publicly, that doesn't mean that they're not in love. Just because somebody don't post their man, that does not mean that it's not their man. Like, I think somebody that I follow on Instagram, she posted and was like, oh, if he don't post you, then that's not your man. Or she said, oh, if my friend unfollow me on Instagram, that means that she's not my friend in real life. And I'm just thinking like, what? Just because somebody doesn't show you love on the internet, that means that they're not your real life? Like, to me, it would matter. To me, it matters personally what a person does for me in real life and who they are in my life rather than what they've done on social media. I can delete every social media account today. I won't because that's how I make my money. But let's just say, hypothetically, if I deleted everything, every social media platform I have, I should still feel love. I should still get texts from my friends. It shouldn't have to be displayed on social media to to validate that this is my friend. It's just, I don't know, y'all. I think it's really weird. And I want to give y'all an example of this. Like, y'all know, this is the era of like couple goals. Everybody, this is my next unpopular opinion. Any and everybody can be couple goals. Honestly, you could put a roach and a rat together, and they'll take a picture with a heart, and people will be like, oh, couple goals. Like Twitter and Instagram, this generation thinks everything is couple goals. Like, I can literally take a picture with somebody tomorrow, and y'all will be like, oh my gosh, couple goals. Like, y'all, we could just be in the picture with our middle fingers up and y'all gonna yell and say couple goals. Anybody could be a couple goals. I don't know what's going on with our generation, but y'all just glorify and glamorize everything. Like, somebody can say, oh, he was beating me, he was doing this, and y'all still would yell, oh, they're couple goals. For example, the Krishan and Blueface situation, their relationship is really toxic, but y'all yelling up and down, oh, I love how she loved him, couple. This man has beat her, spoke down on her, just done her, y'all know how this man treat her publicly. This man has done her so wrong, and people still yell, oh, couple goals. Like, y'all glorify everything that's toxic. Everything is not couple goals. Back to what I was saying. What was I saying? All of these quote unquote couple goals, when they come out and they're like, oh no, we weren't in love, he was beating on me, he was doing this, like, when they have the whole breakup and they title the video The Truth, The End, What Happened. When they do that, it be so many people in the comments saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe this, you guys look like you were in love. And they'll just start questioning the integrity of one of the couples when they come out to spill, all the tea. And it's just like, why are you questioning them? Just because you didn't see that he beat her on camera, or you didn't see how he treated her off camera, that does not mean that it didn't happen. You didn't question their love. just because they was posting videos saying they was in love and kissing and hugging and being affectionate towards each other on camera. Y'all believe that they were in love, but behind closed doors, that man didn't show her no attention. But y'all just can't fathom it. Y'all can't get it through y'all mind just simply because it's not on camera. Just because something is not on camera or not on social media, that does not mean it did not happen. Okay. The BBL epidemic is not an issue. I used to think this was an issue too. I was just thinking like, wow, all of these underage, underdeveloped girls are getting a BBL because, you know, everybody and their mama is getting it and it's promoting people to feel insecure and trying to conform and get it as well. And I used to think that was the issue, y'all, but that's not the issue. The issue is the lack of morals and values that we have as a generation. That's honestly the true issue, because there's always going to be a trend. Just like now the trend is the Coke bottle, big boob, big butt, small waist. Like that's the trend. That's the body image right now that everybody glamorizes. But that's not the issue, because in a couple of years from now, maybe it'll be big boobs and no butt, or maybe it'll be the plus size girls will be in, or being really thin will be in. Y'all, basically what I'm trying to say, there's always going to be a trend no matter what it is. But if your morals or your morality is not intact, then you're always going to conform. You're always going to fall into that. Even now, like, what's the trend? Well, it's honestly, there's so many trends on TikTok. That's why I didn't like TikTok when TikTok first came out, because it was just overtly sexual. Like they came out with all of the busted challenge, the silhouette challenge, where they're like wearing no clothes and then you can see the silhouette of a woman's body. There was one where you turn around and then you shake your butt, and y'all know on TikTok there's so many trends for women to sexualize themselves, and I used to just get so mad, y'all. I literally used to get on the app and then see all this on my timeline, and I would just get all, I'd be like, oh, I hate TikTok, da, da, da. But y'all, TikTok and the trends is not the issue. It's our morals. Women are not instilling morals in their child. Women are raising young women. Well, let's just say they're not raising young women. They're letting the internet raise them. That's the issue. Not the trends, not the beauty standards. The issue is women and men just have a lack of morals. People are not installing morals and values into their children. My next unpopular opinion is late check-in and early check-out should be illegal. Like, I recently stayed at a hotel and the check-in was at 4 p.m. and then the check-out was at 10. Why is this legal? I understand that they need time to clean the rooms or whatever, so you can't check in at 4 and then check out at 4, because you know they have to prepare the room for the next guest. I definitely get that, but I think it's a scam. There's no way that we should be checking in after 4 o'clock and then we have to check out after 10. Like, that's almost a whole day. Like, I feel like check-in should be at maybe 2 o'clock and then checkout should be at 12. Like, there should be a 2-hour minimum, like a 2-hour in between, to give the cleaners time to clean the rooms. It shouldn't be 4 or 5 hours. Like, I don't know, y'all. Maybe because I'm not a morning person, so I'm so offended with the early late check-in, early checkout rule. That next unpopular opinion is most fitness gurus do not actually care about fitness, nutrition, and your health. They just want to create all these little 30-day programs and fitness plans just to get y'all money. And the reason why I added this one in here is just simply because I think I was gonna sign up for like a 30-day fitness challenge of some Instagram guru. She had like a really nice physique, y'all, and I'm just like, I want to look like that. I want to keep my curves, but I want to lose the fat. Like, I want to decrease my BMI. So I was going to sign up, and I'm thinking, like, I'm sure this will be a fun challenge. It'll just keep me accountable. I'm thinking it's going to be max like $30 or whatever, y'all, because she wasn't giving you a nutrition plan. She wasn't giving you any weight. She wasn't doing anything but just telling you workouts to do. Googleable workouts that I could have Googled. Y'all not going to believe how much this lady emailed me back. She told me that this 30-day plan was going to be $189, and that was before tax. I didn't respond to her email, y'all, but I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to talk smack about that. And I feel like that's a lot of Instagram gurus. And I feel like a lot of them don't admit that it's genetics. A lot of them like to say, oh, I got my body from this, that, and that. You're lying. It's enhancements and it's genetics. Y'all need to start telling the truth about this. Because when I get real fine, or people will ask me, because I'm fine, but when I get real fine, people are going to be asking me like, oh, what's your workout routine? What's your workout routine? And I'm not going to lie and be like, oh, I was doing this, that, and that. I can say, yeah, I was doing this, that, and that. But I also need to say, I already had a big bust. I already had a big bum. I already had thick thighs. It's genetics. I already had it. Like, you can't get what's not in you. That's why I'm not against the whole BBL. I feel like if you don't naturally have it and you want it, there's nothing wrong with getting it if you're getting it for you, not for a no good man. But I just feel like it's a fake. They don't really care about fitness. They don't have a passion about it. They're just doing it to get money. That's why they come out with so many little 30-day programs and this and that and that. And y'all, that's my very last unpopular opinion. Let me make sure I didn't forget anything. I kind of mentioned this. I basically put on here, anyone could be relationship goals in 2022 and beyond. Like I said, y'all know why. It doesn't matter how a person look. He could be abusive. She could be abusive. And people will just ship them. Y'all ship any and everything. It's sick. But yeah, y'all, that's the end of this unpopular opinions. Again, if you agree with any of these unpopular opinions, comment down below. And if you disagree, let me know why you disagree. And yeah, I'll see y'all in my next unpopular opinions. Peace.